Running a little bit late today. It was actually a bit of a change of plans. Normally we stream like 3 to 5, and I was supposed to start at 2 today, but had to do some errands before. Sorry, just the cat just. But yeah, running late. So here we are now. I figured better to still do it than not do it at all, even if it is a little bit shorter. I was debating Baldur's Gate at first because originally, if something didn't come up, which did last minute, that's why the stream's shorter today. I was hoping to do Ulduar. I thought that'd be fun to stream. So tomorrow is a day off because it is a Canadian Thanksgiving. We'll see. I mean, I wanted to stream Ulduar, but I only have like a day or two to do it. So we'll see if I could even get it done before it reset, which is Tuesday. Anyways, it seems like people seem to enjoy the delves. So we can try running a delve 8. Or time walking as well. If you've been following the stream a little bit up to this point, one of my goals for this X pack, because rated battlegrounds have been released where you could solo queue for them. I never really liked PvP, but having the opportunity to solo queue for battlegrounds incentivized me to try to tough it out to get an achievement, and lo and behold, we did, and yay, we got the purple skin, which is like one of my goals for this X pack. So that was, I'm releasing a video on like the whole process of getting this thing, and oh my god, it was the worst thing I ever had to do. But here's a tip. So if you have done the Mage Tower and you do the rated battleground solo, the Blitz, this one, it does count. Obviously, that's why I have it, because I only did this. And there was speculation that this may not work, but proof, and not just that, but I actually have the bear form as well. So I did the whole thing as Feral, and it unlocked my bear form as well. Now these are both forms that I had from Legion, so that's why I was able to unlock it. I did not have Resto or the Balance versions, so I don't believe I'll ever have those unlocked, because unless they bring the Mage Tower back, because I never unlocked them when the Mage Tower was live. But it's cool to know that however many you unlocked at the time, whenever you complete the 10 rated battlegrounds, it works across all specs. It's probably very niche, because I don't imagine a whole lot of people have done the Mage Tower, but I figured it. I couldn't find like absolute confirmation about whether it did or didn't count, so I just wanted to share it with you guys in case someone else was on the fence. That's nice. I forgot I sold that. What the hell was that even? I don't know what that is. All right. Yeah, so that's all. So it does work if you're looking to get that. Oh man, the PvP was excruciating. It was so painful. It sucks so much. I mean, they clearly do not. I mean, if they do quote unquote care about PvP, what I experienced means if that's their attempt at trying to balance PvP, what I experienced is shameful then, because I'd rather them admit that they gave up on PvP than what I had to experience doing PvP. The amount of stuns, the amount of CC, the toxicity, just the insanity of like the movement of some of the classes, how quickly like any other game, if they moved from one end of the map to the other end of the map that quick, people would be like, yeah, that's cheating, that's hacking, but just some classes can. And they're supposed to be like debuffs to slow how fast you should be able to move. But between engineering tools, quote-unquote clever use of mechanics, and this is maybe a gripe that I have with, and we're getting right into it, I guess, with the rants, but something that always didn't sit well with me, and I understand when it works in your favor, it's nice, is like the leniency of like how police operate, where like if getting pulled over, if they like you, they can not give you a ticket, and it's sort of up to their judgment. When you give someone that power where they can like where it's not like a black or white thing, it is or it isn't a crime, it's like it's on a scale of like how good of a day I'm having, it seems like that could be abused more than just having it black or white. And the GMs are sort of like that, where it's never really clear what they ban on and what they don't. Like they sort of just, because a lot of the way people use some engineering toys or other toys or certain abilities, it certainly feels like the GMs never anticipated it, specifically in Battlegrounds. And then when you see someone literally scale more than half of the battleground in like one or two abilities, which I've seen many times now, playing like Capture the Flag, for example, it seems like an unfair use of game mechanics. So I would say, well, then that should be penalized the same way many other quote-unquote unfair use of game mechanics are generally penalized, but it's not. So it just seems like many raiders get pinched for doing stuff like that. I don't know, it just seems like PvP's been forgotten about, so that stuff just happens, when if it was in PvE that something similar was happening, they'd probably get penalized. Not to say that they penalize PvE harder than PvP. I just think they don't care as much. No one's really looking at PvP. That's why I think they're getting away with it. But I just feel that if PvP is able to get away with it, maybe you should just let the raiders get away with it as well. And that's coming from someone who doesn't raid. But many times after, they do alpha, they do beta, they release the game before the average person can get it unless you spend extra money. And then everybody still plays it, people are still raiding, and then when it's the raid to world first, someone who's min-maxing figures out a way to kill a boss faster that was quote-unquote unintended. Like, that should maybe be on Blizzard at this point. Like, because you had so much time to test it. And I understand they'll always find cracks, I get that. But, then, hire them so they can find the cracks, right? It's just strange. I don't know. It just seems like they're inconsistent with, their banning and stuff, and I don't really care. I don't really have a horse in this race. It just seems inconsistent, I guess, which is on brand, honestly, for Blizzard. It just feels like, I don't know, it was just strange. I honestly, I'm not saying this with, a gripe of, you need to do more. I'm just saying, just be consistent. If you're really gonna just not care about some of the nonsense, the shenanigans that go on in PvP, which certainly, they seem insane, then just let it go wild in PvE as well, or ban it in PvP. Like so many items are not allowed in PvP, and then some slip through the cracks. Some engineering toys slip through the cracks. I don't know. But that was been my experience, is that PvP has been forgotten about, because when I'm playing it, as someone that doesn't play it, and I think that's why my opinion is almost more important than people that play it religiously, because they have an understanding for it, they know what to expect, they expect specific engineering toys, so if I come in with children's eyes, with fresh eyes, I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, and I'm just watching it from a noob's perspective, if I'm able to see, oh, this stuff seems like really high level thinking, this stuff seems like stuff that wasn't intended, but people figured out through trial and error, that, if it's a game where we don't encourage that kind of behavior, I feel like it should be penalized a little bit more, because it seems to be the case in PvE. Again, I don't really care. It just seems inconsistent. And I guess that's where I'm confused. But it certainly contributes to the shittiness that is PvP. These weird abilities that people are using, toys, gliders, trinkets to propel you forward. Unless that's how we want to do PvP. If it's just like a clown fiesta, then please, balls to the wall, have fun. I don't really care. I don't really PvP anyways. But I feel like that sort of goes against the nature of what it is, which is supposed to be skill outmatching skill. But lately it's felt like a super clown fiesta. Just who's got the better toys, who's got the crazier abilities, we'll just rush everything, and first one, it's like the new Alterac Valley. The new Alterac Valley is not about fighting the Horde or Alliance, it's who can rush to the end boss faster and wipe them before the other person can wipe your boss. That's pretty much all it is. Maybe that people like that, I don't know. When I was playing it, people were complaining. That's why I say that. It was really shitty and toxic, and I couldn't wait to get out. Could not wait to get it finished, just to get my cat skin. Couldn't wait to get the skin so I could get the fuck out of there, because it was insanity. How mean people were to each other, people telling other people to kill themselves. It was a new level of insanity, of toxicity that I've never experienced in my life. I don't know if I've ever done this one. I feel like I have, but this is a bountiful delve. Yeah, it is. It looks new. Let's see what we have to do. So I was thinking about playing Baldur's Gate today, but it's just not enough time, I don't think. So I figured, why not run some delves? I apologize if I'm super incoherent. I'm a little bit sleep deprived, and if you're part of the Discord, you'd see that I messaged this morning saying there was a slight change of plans. We had to start earlier because something came up, and I have to head out around 4:30ish. So that I got a call very early, unexpectedly this morning. So that's partially why I'm so sleep deprived. But it seems like the Watchful Eye is very diligent with fixing PvE stuff, especially in Mythic Plus and competitive rating, a lot more than PvP. But I would love to hear people's opinion on that, if they feel I'm wrong and PvP gets a lot of love and it's constantly getting fixed. I don't know what those things are. I feel like he probably would have told me, but give me a moment, champion. Regardless, I'm happy to be done. It was a slog, man. It's certainly... I don't have a lot of patience for other people, and I mean that respectfully. I don't blame them. I don't call them toxic. I just internalize, like, oh, these people suck. I don't want to deal with this. I'd rather just... When I wipe in the Mage Tower, or wipe on Melania in Elden Ring, I only have myself to blame. But when I was doing the PvP, and I had to rely on other players, it was very frustrating, because if I'm doing everything right, I still suffer if they're not. And that prolongs my progress, because my progress, winning 10 times, is dependent on someone else. And you could say it's the same for rating, you could say it's the same for Mythic Plus. I think there's less that can hold you back in Mythic Plus, because generally if one person is lagging behind and the rest of the team is good, you can probably carry even 1 or 2 people if you're really, really good. The larger the number goes, though, the harder it becomes to carry people. And that's where, like, rating becomes a little bit harder to carry now. Again, if the majority of the team is good, you could probably carry, like, 3 or 5 people even. But if it seems like it affects PvP the most for whatever reason. It seems like a bigger rate. It seems like if you have 10 people and like 3 people are not performing well, that would hurt more than if you had 25 people and 3 people are not performing well. So it seems like in a group of 5, it's probably easiest to carry, in my opinion, from what I've seen, because I know people that can carry people in pretty high-level mythics when they can barely get into the mythic themselves. Not the person carrying. The person carrying is running like Mythic 12 or 14 all the time, whatever it is, but they will invite someone that will like pay to get carried, and they will be able to do it, no problem. And I don't feel that's as common in PvP per se, or maybe it's a little bit harder. I could be wrong though. And I think partially the reason for that is because I think PvP is a little less balanced, maybe, as PvE is. It seems like PvE gets more love, which makes sense, because that's sort of the bread and butter for Blizzard, so I understand that. How do we get down, though? Oh, probably the long way. Okay, take the long way home, like Super Tramp, is it? So there's one that way, but it's over there, so I think we can go this way. Let's just do it. Yeah, that was my rant today. I'm really enjoying Baldur's Gate. It's a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to getting out of the Underdark. It's supposedly Act 2 and 3 are even better than Act 1, from what people have told me. So I'm excited to experience it for myself, because I've been dodging spoilers like it's an Elden Ring boss, honestly. I've never seen 2 of them up. I see there's this guy's here, and this guy's there. I've never seen that before. Usually he's only up at one place at once, so that's interesting. I wonder if we're going to fight him this time, because usually just he goes in the ground and disappears. I don't know how interesting this is for anyone watching, but would anyone... Is like watching leveling as interesting as like Delve 8's? Because I'm shocked that people even want to watch this, to be completely transparent. But I would like to like level some of my characters as well, and I didn't know if I should save that for off the stream, or if that's something that maybe people would be interested in as well. I'd love to try my warrior. My warlock is almost 80, but I haven't touched during Remix. I leveled a whole bunch of characters, and I have not touched them, but I was hoping to level them through delves and all the other dailies, and not the traditional leveling quests like I did with my first character. I sort of like to switch it up so it feels a little bit more fun. But I didn't know if that's something I should just do in my own time or something I would do on stream that people would find interesting, maybe. Okay, right here. That's how we could ignore it. I want to step in this thing for a second, but I'm afraid it's going to like kill me or fear me or something, but I'm just curious what these things are for. Because they're so easy to avoid, so I wonder if it's a mechanic I could be using to my advantage, and I'm just making it harder by going around them. It just doesn't look like it's healthy, though, or happy, or something that's going to work in my benefit. It looks like it's going to just hurt me, if anything. I wonder how these are like on other classes too. That's why I was talking about like leveling and stuff, because I'm really excited to try like delves on warriors or Death Knights. I feel like Unholy or Frost in here would be crazy. I heard supposedly like Blood is the strongest spec for these. You can solo the highest level as Blood. You just heal you just solo it, heal everything. You don't even realize like things hurt because you heal so much. Supposedly, I've not played a Blood Death Knight really ever, but I've heard that and it sounds like fun to try it out. And that's like exactly to go back to like what I was saying with PvP with the delves. The PvE, I can like experiment with new classes. I can like have fun. I could like play classes that I suck at just to like experience it. I would be more hesitant to try that even in a raid or a Mythic Plus, because other people are relying on me. So if I do it in a delve on my warrior, on my Frost DK, and I just keep wiping, I'm hurting no one but myself. And that feels a little bit better for experimentation, because besides the fact that I don't want to get flamed by randoms, I feel bad wasting their time, bricking their key, whatever it is, even if it's unintentional. Yeah, I don't know. I'd really like to master the class first before other people rely on me to do my partner group. And that's why I feel like delves are great, because it almost feels like a Mythic Plus experience without the timer, but mechanically, damage-wise. So I think it's probably one of the best features of the expansion, in my personal opinion. Now, it looks like there's one here. It's probably above me then. I went this way before, but did I miss it? Is it right there? It's right there. I see, okay. There's probably extra, but... you dispel them. I'm so dumb. I get it. I didn't know what these things were. It's dispelling them. Okay. Okay. Holy moly. I've never seen this before, so that's what I mean. Like, you know, I could be a dummy in my own time, not waste other people's time trying to figure this out. Okay. So... I love this purple cat form so much. Like, every time I look at this, it makes me so happy. I've wanted it for so long. It makes the whole shitty grind worth it, but my god, I dedicated, like... what felt like 3 days, maybe, to it. And that involved leveling... Because this is my quote-unquote main, this X-Pack. I had to level my original Druid that had the Mage Tower skin to 70, then run a whole bunch of random battlegrounds to get enough honor so I could enter rated battlegrounds. Once I had enough honor to enter rated battlegrounds, I ran rated battlegrounds. I think I had to play 40 or 40-something games just to get 10 wins. It was pretty brutal. And amongst those games, being told to kill myself, you know, all kinds of racial slurs, which I've never experienced, and I have not experienced stuff like that in World of Warcraft in... shit, like, what feels like at least 15 years. Like, seriously. I experienced a lot of, like, shitty behavior and shitty people, but not, like, straight up kill yourself or, like Call of Duty shit talking. But I did this last weekend in PvP, so I don't know. It's like a different breed of player. Not that, like, Mythic Plus is much better, but, they still have that, like, 2004 mentality, which I sort of find charming, I'll be honest. It is sort of... it's nostalgic. When people are saying, like, you know, your mom should have aborted and stuff. That gives me, that like reminds me of how people used to talk on the internet in like, you know, early Twitter, early WoW days. It's interesting. I guess people don't report either because, I mean, it seemed like a lot of people were doing it, not just one or two. Yeah, I'm sure it's an unpopular opinion, you know, you shouldn't tell people to kill themselves, and I just probably agree, but being on the receiving end of it, I'm like, oh, this reminds me of like old school WoW. This reminds me of like almost like Vanilla or Burning Crusade WoW. Even Lich King WoW is still happening, I think. I think by Cataclysm it started like dying out a little bit. But early WoW was pretty crazy. Some people said a lot of wild shit. Dropping racial slurs in trade chat, all kinds of wildness. Early WoW. I mean, maybe that was just my experience, but yeah, I saw some pretty nasty fights over, before it was Discord, it was Ventrilo or TeamSpeak. Yeah, the game's come a long way as far as like social standards have gone. I think also because a lot of people have gotten older as well. Maybe I'm wrong. Do we just jump down? It looks like it won't kill us if we jump down. We'll go cat just to be safe. Oh, I didn't even take damage, so it wouldn't have killed us. Good to know. Does he take fall damage? No, he doesn't. Okay. We'll pull this big guy here. Oh, I thought it was an elite. It's not an elite. So speaking of these guys, in 15 minutes, the Belladar guy is going to spawn. I probably won't catch him because I'm in here. But if anyone doesn't know about this, I thought it was pretty cool. It looks like this guy right here. Every 3 hours, I think at 3 p.m. EST, 6 p.m. EST, 9 p.m. EST, like, you know, you can follow. A guy that looks like this spawns somewhere on the map in Hallowfall, and it's somewhere on the map. And if you kill him, I think it's a 6% chance to drop a mount that looks like him. I've tried twice so far, and I haven't personally got the mount, but I've seen lots of people get the mount. So it looks like the chance is not that high. So if you're around at any of those times, it's worth trying to farm. It's pretty easy to do. What I've been doing, the last 2 times that I've tried it, I learned about it yesterday, is I would just go into a group finder, and you would go to like custom, and just type in like, I think it's BEL? Yeah, right there, see? And you would just find a group. They would invite you, and what would happen is people will be at all the different spawn locations, and you'll just wait, and as soon as he's up, someone will ping the map. This is where he is, and the whole group rushes there. No one attacks him if it's a good group. No one attacks him until everybody gets there, and then once everyone is there, we all attack him at the same time, and everyone has a chance at a mount. So it's pretty cool. I also I learned about another mount yesterday I didn't know about, which is the giant mole. I think you summon like the lurker below or something. That's a boss from Burning Crusade. I don't remember the actual name, but you summon There are like 5 levers across the zone in the Ringing Deeps, and if all 5 players pull 5 levers at the same time, it summons a rare spawn, and the rare spawn has a chance to drop a giant naked mole rat, or it looks like a naked mole rat. That's what I think it is. So that was pretty cool as well. I learned about that yesterday as well. I did kill him, but it didn't drop for me, but we tried. There was one I missed. I knew it. I knew there's something was up. So where's the rare spawn, though? He's this way. I see. Okay. Are these the rares? No. We'll pull some extra. Screw it. Oh, that's quite a big pull. That's okay. We'll survive. Pop this and this. Yay. Well, it doesn't hurt as hard as I thought it would, so that's nice. Okay, I lied. It's hurting a little bit, but we're gonna pop Survival Instincts. Not Survival Instincts, goodness. See, I'm so tired today. Frenzied Regeneration. That's why I got my coffee. I cannot, everybody tells me, like, when I have days like this, oh, just take a nap. I can't take naps. I just lie there, just awake, waiting, like, I don't know why. I can't sleep. I barely can sleep at nighttime, let alone, like, taking a nap in the middle of the day. I don't know how people do it. Like I've tried. It's not like I won't try. Like I'll lie there, but like I'll just sit there, and then eventually I'll get frustrated and get up. And I've heard, it's like they say, like sleep experts say, if you cannot sleep at night, don't just lie there forcing yourself to sleep. If you find yourself like tossing and turning, get up, do something, because you're not just gonna eventually fall asleep if you just lie there. You're just gonna get frustrated, and it could make it worse. They say it's better to just get up, do something, wait till you get tired, try to go back to sleep, because what you can do is set bad habits of creating like anxiety. What do they call it? Like the routine where it's a cycle of where you feel anxious that you can't get sleep. You know you need to get sleep. You have work early in the morning, so you can't sleep, but you need to get to sleep. But the fact that you can't sleep makes you more anxious, and then you can't sleep. It's like a vicious cycle. So if you stay in bed when you cannot sleep, you could potentially be contributing to that cycle, I suppose. That's what they say. So like if you're definitely not sleeping anyways, get up, read a book, go do something until you get tired, because you can potentially create that like Pavlovian habit in your mind that you're not a good sleeper. Every time you lie in bed, you get anxious. That they're saying that if you get up, instead of just forcing yourself to try to sleep and ruminating on the fact that you can't sleep, you may be able to prevent yourself from developing that kind of routine, which is unfortunately fairly common for a lot of people. I mean, I've spoken to a lot of people that I know experience that, where like they need to get to sleep. They know, like, because your phone tells you if you sleep right now, you get like 8 hours of sleep. And it's like, well, I'm not going to fall asleep right this second. It may take 20 minutes or so. So really, it's going to be like 7 hours and 30 minutes. But really, like, probably get up a half an hour before my alarm. So really, it's only 7 hours. But what if it takes me longer and if I get up to pee, then it's like 6 hours. And you start ruminating. And I feel like having the numbers doesn't help. Like, technology is both our friend and our foe for that reason. Because, at least for me, when I hear stuff like that or see stuff like that, where it's like you have like 7 hours, you'll get 7 hours and you go to sleep right now. It's like, oh, I'd rather not know. Like, I don't know. Like, sometimes ignorance truly is bliss, because I don't know what I'm going to do with that information. I guess that's my point. It's like how tall are you? It's like, well, I don't know. What do I do with that information? People have asked me all the time, how tall are you? It's like, the doctor tells me I'm 5'8". Honestly, I don't really care, because I don't know what I'm going to do with that information. Other than, like, talk about it with my friends. It just seems like useless information to have. It doesn't really apply to anything I do unless I'm, like, riding a roller coaster. But generally, they have a thing, if you're this tall, you're okay to ride. If I have to get a suit tailored, I'll have them measure me anyways. So it's like one of those things where, like, I just don't know what to do with this information. But height is important to a lot of people for whatever reason. I don't know. Good God, man, you are dying so much. I've noticed this happened after this, like, a patch. A patch happened recently, and it's just been a nightmare with him. He's been passing out, like, since the patch update, I guess. I don't know if he's more aggressive, or he's not as immune to damage as he was, or, like, AoE damage, or I don't know what it is. I was watching a few streamers play, goodness, Dead Signal, I think the game is, and it sort of looks like a Five Nights at Freddy's style of game, not exactly, but similar. And it just, I see why it's scary. It looks scary, but it just, these games, to me, they look a little boring. Five Nights at Freddy's, I can see why it's scary, but just the idea of, like, you don't move very much. It's just like check, 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 check. Then do it again until you reset the night, and then it's night 2. You do the same thing. Check, 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 check. That's the whole game. Unless I'm missing something. I'm glad people like it. It's just not really for me. I was looking into it. I'm like, oh, maybe it'd be something fun to play. And I'm like, but this feels like work. Like, just for, like, the sake of quote-unquote content. Like, I don't want to play something that's just for content. I want to like, actually have fun playing it. And Five Nights at Freddy's, while it seemed like jump scary, it just, I don't know, seemed a little bit boring for me. Even Poppy's Playtime I thought was going to be a little less puzzly, a little bit more just like action-y, I guess, or horror. I don't know what I was expecting. But the monster didn't even really come out until the end. It was a lot of puzzles, which is okay. I honestly feel the less the monster comes out, the better, because it builds tension, like we talked about last time. The anticipation of the monster coming out is the real horror. It's the... Well, as soon as the monster is revealed, it's never as scary. You get that initial shock, but the more you see it, the more you become desensitized to it. So the real thing you want is... I gotta stun him. Fuck, I'm dumb. The real thing you want is to anticipate that the monster is going to come, but then it never comes. So you get your heart rate elevated, and then it doesn't drop, because you haven't gotten that release yet, because you still haven't seen him. Sort of like Jaws, but dun 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 dun. As soon as you see the shark for the first time, it's exciting, but it's never as exciting seeing him again as it was the first time. So the longer you can prolong that, the scarier the whole experience is. And that's why, like, Spielberg was so brilliant with Jaws. Am I fighting a boss, dude? What is going on? Cult leader slain. Are these actually the bosses? I think I'm fighting the bosses. I didn't realize that. Holy moly. So we're going to stop AoEing them. We're going to focus one, because this is crazy, man. Can I interrupt him? I cannot interrupt him. So I got to take it on the chin until I can interrupt him. That sucks, dude. I don't have stun. I don't have interrupt. There's my interrupt. Holy moly. So we're going to focus you first, because you're the one that's pain. Okay. We'll pop this. We'll pop this. I didn't realize this was the boss. My god, man. Okay, I have my stun for his next interrupt, or for the next interrupt, and then my interrupt is also up as well, so we got kicked that one. Okay. These guys did not seem like bosses. That's why I was so stunned by this. Wow. Okay, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Cool. Oh my god, you're so close to dying, buddy. Just die. Please, die. Cool, that should be it now. Okay, we'll heal ourselves, and we should be good now. Yeah, we're good. Oh, Bran keeps getting hit by that. I guess that's what it is. Alright, sorry, buddy. Oh, I should have used the Dream, whatever it's called. Rage of the Sleeper or whatever, but it's fine, we got him. That was the strangest boss fight in the world. I thought those were just ads. I would have pulled with more preparedness had I known, but whatever, we did it. Unless that's not the boss, that's the longest ads. If those are just ads, that's crazy. That's the longest ads I've ever fought. But it says cult leaders defeated, so it looks like... Maybe not, maybe they're not the cult leaders. If these are just ads... What is this? Damage taken reduced by 20%. No, that was the boss. Okay, good. That makes way more sense. I was going to say, my god, because the boss would have been way easier than that otherwise. That was crazy. That made more sense. That was a slightly more difficult boss. That's what I get for not paying attention. What is that? Delver's Bounty. Decipher the map guaranteeing that you'll find tier 8 hidden trove at the end of your next tier 8 or higher delve. Why wouldn't I? Isn't that what... Nice, big upgrade. Love it. Sweet. Is there another relic here? I thought I had another relic I haven't used yet, but I guess not. So, sick, we beat, look at that, we're 600 item level. Very nice. So we're already at 600, but that pushes us to 601. Very cool. So, that you'll find tier 8 hidden trove at the end of your next. I don't know, let's Google that really quick. I don't quite understand that. If you get in the middle of a delve, you can click it. It will add a bonus chest at the end of your current delve. If you get it from the treasure room, you'll need to run another one. The key point is killing a boss in a delve and unlocking and generating the treasure room. If you use it before that, you'll get the chest right after. If you use it right after, you'll need to wait until the next boss. But is it on top of the bounty or whatever. Doesn't require a second key, it sounds like people are saying. It's like a free chest, I guess. That's cool. Is this Warbound? It is Soulbound. Okay, how many keys do we have? Yeah, are the keys here, or are they a currency? Delver's key. Oh, well, we can make one there. Oh, you have a chest. Crest. Okay, so we made a key. Restored coffer key. Where is it? Coffer. Restore. Oh, we have 9. Wait. No, it's Radiant Echo. Where's the restored coffer key? We have 5. So is it just in my currency? Oh yes, right there. Okay, so we have so even if I do need to use a key, worst case, which I don't think I do. I think this is a freebie where you don't use a key for it. But let's run another delve and let's try to get 2 pieces of loot. That'd be sick. It is 3 o'clock actually. Let's see if we can get Baildar or whatever. If I missed him yet. Let's see if he's up or not. Okay, so he's up. Let's see if I can make my way there before they summon him. Looks like they're flying to him already. It looks like he's maybe right there. Or... looks like maybe he's here because that's where everybody is. I take it. Are they moving? Are we moving somewhere else? These people are not moving, so maybe they're just flying around looking for him. Maybe he's not up yet. So that was good timing. We finished exactly at 3, so hopefully we didn't miss him yet. Have we found him yet? So there you go. So we have someone attuned on the server. Hasn't spawned. So you guys will see what it looks like now. So I joined a group for Baildar. It's 3 o'clock, as you can see. See how the crystal turned purple? The second you see this crystal turning purple, that's when he's going to spawn. So this happens every 3 hours. There he is. Just popped up. He's right wherever that thing is. I do not see it on my map now. But they apparently do, right there. Holy moly, he's all the way over there. Alright. Right over there, southeast. So he's all the way down there. So you can see everybody's making their way there now. Making their way downtown, walking fast, faces passing and homebound. Isn't that the song? One time my father had to film something. He's a producer. He used to produce stuff. And he... infomercials, nothing big. But we had to go to Vegas to shoot something, and I was a young kid, so I stayed mostly at the hotel around the pool while they were filming because I guess they didn't have anyone to watch me. And I just remember that song, that and a few other songs were playing crazy on repeat, like schizo on repeat, nonstop. It was insane, and that song is like drilled into my head. So see, has anyone attacked him yet? They just started attacking him. So you tap him once with like a moonfire. I got credit. Now hands off. I believe you can kill him once a day. So I don't nuke him like some people do because I want everyone to have a chance to get him. So I just I hit him once with the moonfire. I can see the moonfire's ticking, so I definitely got credit. The fact that he has a silver dragon means I haven't killed him today. See, the person's even yelling, "Stop the cringe DPS." So here's a trick. If you make a group to kill this guy, hopefully we get a mount today, by the way. Hopefully we get a mount. Here's a trick if you make a group for this guy. Pop Heroism or Bloodlust before he spawns. That way people can't nuke him as easy as they're doing right now. There. Drumroll? No mount. Okay. So we can try on our other characters, but people do try to sell the mounts. That's why a lot of people kill them. Honestly, fuck them. Don't pay for the mount. Just it'll drop eventually. It's pretty easy to farm. You can park 1,000,000 alts here. It spawns consistently every 3 hours. I think you only farm it once a day. But like, let's say you have like 6 alts that you don't even play. If you leveled one character to 80, you can park all your characters. I usually place them like right here. It's right in the middle of the map. Wherever it spawns, you can fly there. Usually before it's killed. And log on Alt 1 at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon if you're around. Log on Alt 2 at 6 o'clock. Log on Alt 3 at 9 o'clock. If you're still up at midnight, log on again. It's like 20 seconds of work, maybe like a minute or 2 of work at most. And every time it's a chance at a mount. And then it resets, do it again. it's a fairly easy mount farm because it's pretty consistent. So, but let's do more more delves. So the underkeep, I think that one sucks, but we'll do it. It's hard to remember which ones are which. I'm not seeing a lot of bountiful delves up. Usually there's... Okay. We'll do the underkeep for now. I'm cool that we got to get it on a stream. I didn't think I would finish the delve that quick. Seems like they're getting a lot easier now, which is nice. So I have a hero, I think, chess piece, a hero ring, and a hero trinket in my vault, which I all got from running the 8 delves, I believe. They're all huge upgrades, but it's still time walking week, which I haven't done yet. I haven't done Ulduar, and I don't know. I'm so hesitant to pull the trigger because I'm like, well, I converted this to tier, and it's champion, but the other piece is a hero piece, which is like 616 or 608 or something, I don't remember. It's a huge upgrade, and I could replace the champion with hero, and it's actually a tier piece already, so I wouldn't even have to use a token. So I could replace it 1-to-1 for the item level upgrade, and then convert this to tier as well, and then maybe convert my pants to tier, and then I'd have like a 4 set, which would be super exciting. But the ring is also like a 1-to-1 upgrade. I'm just replacing something of lower item level. I'd still have a tier set even if I didn't get the chess piece. And then the trinket also is like a 1-to-1 upgrade, except this is my best in slot, and supposedly the trinket's not that good. So my dilemma is, I don't know. I'm waiting to run Ulduar and get the reward for finishing for killing Yogg-Saron, because that I believe gives you a heroic piece. I believe if you do time walking and you specifically run Ulduar and kill the last boss, you get a heroic piece. Because last Burning Crusade, time walking, I killed Illidan, and the quest for killing Illidan gave me this 610 heroic piece. So I imagine I will also get a heroic piece for doing the raid. On top of that, I believe if you do the time walking quest, they're two separate things. I believe a 597 is probably like a champion piece or a is it? I feel like 597 is champion. Or max veteran. I feel like it's champion. I could be incorrect. I don't remember. But my point is, I would be afraid to pick something in the vault only to run Ulduar later today and then replace it with an upgrade. And then it feels like I could have picked something else more useful in the vault. So while everybody's so quick to do it, I'm like, well, if I know I'm doing this content anyways, why not wait, see what I get, and then go from there. I'm such a like a scaredy cat to pull the trigger on stuff like that, because I'm like, I would burn so bad if I could have used that ring instead, and I just didn't wait a few more hours. I don't know. I've always like feared regret, which is like, it's not a way to live, but you know, it's a game. Like, who cares? I'm just trying to be strategic, I guess you could say. What do you get for Delve 9s? Doesn't seem like anything different. We'll just do an 8. All right. So this one should be easy. This is the one I think it is, actually. This is not the one that I said sucked. It was the underwater one that I didn't like. So this one should be easier, I think. Although they're all a little bit different. Like, I know there's different storylines. I didn't realize that before. Just fight him straight up, huh? That's interesting. I feel like warriors are going to be so much fun in here. Like, especially like Arms and Fury. And I feel like Frost as well, because they're like AoE specs in a sense. Or when I played them in Remix, they seemed quite strong with AoE. And I feel like they would excel with some of the ads in here. My Feral, he feels strong, but a little bit like a glass cannon, where I can dish the damage, but I can't take much of a hit. And it feels like that Frost and warriors are a little bit tankier, at least from, again, this is my very limited experience. I could be way off. Is this whole delve not moving? Is this the whole delve? Am I crazy? Are we just going to be fighting waves of enemies the whole time? This is crazy if that's the case. Huh. Who am I taking damage from? It's like, who's doing all this damage? I can't figure it out. I got to invest in. I got to get rid of the vortex, and I got to get the pushback instead, because that works as a second kick, and the vortex is not helping me as much as I'd like. Is it Ursol's vortex? Yeah, it's not as good as the typhoon for this occasion, because I have the stun, which only works on some mobs. I have my kick, my skull bash, but I think having one more pushback to interrupt spellcasting would probably make it a lot easier. I don't find myself using Ursol's vortex and then running away. And that's mainly what I would use it for. Like, I would like use it and then heal. But I'm sort of just face tanking it anyways, so. Is it this? Is that what's hurting? Oh, I used the wrong ability. I meant to stun her. So we'll stun her. Is she empowering them? Is that what it is? I feel like that's what it is. This is a strange one, although I don't hate it. I don't hate the idea of this. Oh, that's what's damaging me. I'm so dumb. I didn't see the orb. I get it now. That makes it a lot easier. Okay. See, I'm doing this for the first time, so this is all new. Man, right now it'd be so nice to have an interrupt. That's what I mean. Like, that's why I gotta get the pushback after. I'll have to rearrange my talents a little bit. If anybody is watching and is around later, I may update the Discord that I may not be live, but I may be doing Old War time walking if anyone wishes to join. I guess I'll let the Discord know, and if anyone's around, I can send you an invite if that's something you'd like to participate in. Okay, can we like maybe try to sort of kill her first before she does her little orb thing like she's about to do? Sort of not, I mean, ish. Killing her first does leave the other ones up for longer, which sort of sucks and increases the damage I take, but they don't seem to be killing me too much. It seems like she's the biggest issue. So as long as I play smart and watch my mitigation, I feel like as long as I focus her, I should be okay. Okay. Bran dying, like, this is gonna get patched. I bet this is gonna get patched. He's dying way too much. I'd rather not even have him at this point. This is an insane difference from last week. Like, or maybe if it wasn't last week, it was the week before. Oh, so it does open up. Look at that. That was crazy. It just seems like he's dying way more than he has been the whole time. And I'm not really doing anything. If anything, I'm more geared than I was before. So that's... It just feels like sort of unintended or something. But we'll see it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe him dying as little as he did was unintended. Maybe this is intended. Okay, interrupt that. Something I learned about not time walking, these delves is you have to be more liberal with your cooldowns. I normally am very, very conservative with all my cooldowns, but it pays to be more liberal. Use them as much as you need. Just wait for them to come back up before you have to use them again. Ooh, that sucks. I was going to get that. That screwed me a little bit. Thank you, Bran. Oh, I always interrupt the wrong thing. I could switch my talents after this, actually. I think you could switch them in here. That would give me the extra pushback, which would be really cool. Yeah, I don't think the trinket that I'm using is that great. And the one that I was looking at in my vault supposedly isn't great either. So, hopefully I'll get one in the time walking. That'd be really cool. Okay, so we need to fight her. There's a restoration stone up there. So we'll pull these guys too. But we'll just quickly grab the stone, get the extra health. We're gonna fight this guy. There we go. Discovered. Very nice. Okay. Full transparency, like I've been debating like leaving the guild to join like a better guild just because I didn't like the way, like if you remember last time I had a pretty shitty experience with one of the members of my guild who I just didn't like the way they handled the mythic group and spoke to me. And like I have such little tolerance for that nowadays. I just play the game to have fun. And when I know there are like I could be in other guilds where I don't have to experience that, that's why I'm just like, screw it. The first sign of like friction, I'm like, it's just, why am I dealing with this? I have nothing. I'm not gaining anything. I'm just feeling like negative experience. What's the point? So I'm probably gonna leave today. I just haven't. I just didn't want to deal with the confrontation. Truth be told, that's how like crazy it is. Just been keeping my head down more or less. All right, so we'll fight this guy. Let's heal you up first. Jeez, man, can you not eat or something? Like, what are you doing? You're the healer, yeah. There, fully healed up. Okay. Let's quickly. I didn't mean to do that. It's all right. All right. Ooh, interesting. Waves slayed. Interesting. This is so different from like the other delves I've run. So I'll keep them in the volley so they can all get hit. They just keep coming, huh? It's fine, I mean... Oh, it's crazy how he dies, man. There's no way that's intended. It's like he's non-existent now, man. It's insane. I wonder if anyone else is experiencing this, or if I'm just noticing it and I'm just crazy. He's putting like right on the frost. That doesn't help me, dude. I can't get the stuff on the frost. Why is she empowered by the big guy? That sucks. Are they slowed in the ice? Is that what happens? I kite them through the ice? Is that how that works? Okay. I have to stand in there to get the trinket buff. No, I'm bleeding. That hurts. Holy moly, man. These guys with their health. Die already. It's lasting too long. Thank you, Bran. Thank you, Bran. Oh, come on. Break out, you dinosaur. That would help. Again, I can't stand on it. Any second, that thing should break out. There we go. Holy moly. Thank you, Mr. Dinosaur, saving the day. Got some breathing room. Thank you, Dinosaur. You are more useful than Bran by a long shot. And you're Bran's ability, but... Yeah, that takes a decade. Are you kidding me? I have to res him? It's gonna take next X-Pack. Holy moly. That's insane. What's the point of that? Just no point to resing him. It takes that long in the middle of combat. And I feel like there's not even an ability that the more you unlock stuff with Brand, you can res him faster. I feel like it's not a thing. Okay, I have an idea. What if you drop this? So we can drop the bleeding stacks. Okay, this one's lowest, so we'll kill you. You're so low. Han Solo. Okay, you're pretty low as well. You're next. We just keep coming, man. I understand they're coming in waves, but it's like, it's insane. Okay, oh, I meant to get that, but it just disappeared. That sucks. And he's dead, so we can't drop more. Playing on hard mode today, boys. See, 3 stacks. It resets. Good, it's just 1 stack. We'll drop this again. Get some breathing room with the stacks reset. Alright, gotta avoid that, gotta get out of that. Let the stacks reset. Am I fast enough? I am, thank goodness. Okay. You guys can't catch me. Well, this is how you gotta do it. This is how you gotta do it, I guess. Certainly makes it a little bit easier. While Brand just sits there AFK the whole time. 88%. I think the boss is coming out soon, but... Is that death? Are we dying? Brand, come on, buddy. Help me out here. Come on, bud. There we are. Thank goodness. Alright, now we'll pop some coolies. This is definitely the hardest delve I've done, that's for sure. Doesn't feel like an 8 compared to a lot of the other ones I've done. That's sort of what I mean, like some of them seem really unbalanced. I would assume the same difficulty across the board, but this is like miles ahead of other stuff I've done. It's sort of strange, but I don't mind the difficulty. It seems really inconsistent. So that's the end. Okay. Now watch, you saw how hard that was, watch how hard the final boss is compared to that. It's probably going to be way easier by comparison, which is like, it's what I've experienced in a lot of delves. The last boss is like, pales in comparison to the ads. Whoops, don't fight that for the love of Christ. God damn it. Alright, at least we're fighting one of them. Okay, boys. See, it's down there too. I just want to fight those ads. It's almost not worth it. Like, although if the guy does spawn, that sort of makes it worth it. Just for the sake of entertainment, I'll swap to Kitty to show the difference of how much of a glass cannon Kitty is, just to fight this one ad. Oh, although shit, no, if the big guy pops out, that's dangerous. I can't do that. Never mind. I don't want to risk a life. It'd be too good of a reward. I don't want to lose a life for that. Okay. So he disappeared there. The last boss is there. Let's pull, it's 1, 2, are there 4 of them here? 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's a big guy. So what if we root the big guy, pull the 3 of them, kill them, and then what we just fought was harder than this. This will take a while if we can do it. So where's my entangling roots? Shows how little I use it. It's probably not even my freaking bar. Entangling roots. Do I not have it? Oh, I do. Okay. Okay. We'll just pull the 1. We'll see how much we get. Did we just pull the 1? That would be amazing. Oh, it's amazing. I didn't know if you pull all 4 or what, but it's great. So we'll do this the safe way, like the store, just to be safe. Because if it summons the big guy, that'd be great. I think that you get rewards from him. I don't know if it increases rewards at the end, but I think you just get rewards from him, which is cool. I'm so much happy to be doing this in PvP. Oh my god, it's just PvP was just so awful. Mostly because of the people. It also felt really imbalanced with the stuns and the CC. It was out of control, but whatever. Excuse me. That's alive, that's alive. So let's stun you again with the roots. And we'll quickly heal ourselves up. A little more than that, come on. It's taking a decade. I'm gonna have to entangling roots again by the time I heal myself up. Good Christ, man. Okay, do it again. Reset that shit. There, we got 2. Hopefully you're not on me as well. Doesn't look like it, so that's good. This shouldn't be too bad, at least. It's the 3 stacks that get like out of control. Although 4 stacks is pretty high. It's pretty nuts already, but that's gonna start hurting. But there, it dropped off. See, so jagged slash, jagged slash. We'll kite it so the stacks drop off a little bit. This probably is a lot easier on a Blood Death Knight, just because Blood Death Knights are so, like, with the self-healing, it's out of control. I'd be curious to try it one time. I feel like even with the Demon Hunter, last I played Demon Hunter was, seriously, was I think BFA, but tanking Demon Hunters were just, like, it's crazy how predictable their healing was. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I never really felt like I was ever really in danger. I feel like I'm more in danger on my Druid than I ever did on a Demon Hunter, when I played them at least. Do I have Cure Poison or whatever? Nature's Cure. I don't have Nature's Cure. Okay. That would have helped. It's alright. We'll just heal through it. Oh, step on that. There you go. Thank you. Okay, let's get... The Vortex is not helping me right now. Where is the Vortex? There's the pushback. There's the Vortex. You could have Mass Entanglement. So if we get rid of that, we can get that instead. That's better, but then I lose these, so that doesn't work. So I'm going to have to do this later. So I can't do it right now. It's fine. And he disappeared, actually, so we didn't have to fight him. So, alright. We'll just fight the boss. Oh, just like that, huh? Alright. Now this is going to be so much easier by comparison. If you remember what those ads that I had to deal with, how much of a pain in the dick that was, this will be way easier. And so far, so good. Again, a health pool, but or health sponge, but I see she takes up the floor space, but there's plenty of floor space to keep taking up, so I'll just tank her right here in the corner. Then she'll do it again, and then if I can get more in the corner over there, I'll get more in the corner. There's plenty of room. So I could probably stun the next one even, if that's all of her abilities then. So I could even prolong it even more, probably. You want a shit take that probably a lot of people that don't play Druids will disagree with. I don't feel that mitigation like Frenzied Regeneration or Mighty Bash should be on the global cooldown. That feels a little insane to me. Oh, and I was too slow. Because I tried to stun her out of it, that's why. So I deserve that. So let's go nuke her. Fuck her up. Did we just pull something? For the love of Christ, man. Okay, so stuns don't work on her, so we learned that. So I lost a reward because of that. That feels bad, but no stuns. Gotta just step out of it. I should have tried it earlier, really, before I waited for the ability. So that's my fault for not experimenting with that first. But yeah, it just feels bad to have mitigation on a global cooldown. It feels very punishing to have to pick an ability over your global cooldown to try to survive, especially if you want people to play tanks. Maybe you should try to incentivize it by making it a little bit easier to do so. Because nothing feels worse than like using like a maul and then not being able to use your frenzied regeneration to save your life and wiping the mythic group because it's on a global cooldown. And I understand you're like, well, we all have to deal with that. It's like, I understand, but then why? You get extra flamed as a tank. Just make it easier to be a tank, or don't, and then just keep suffering with the issue of never having enough tanks. Because that seems to be a common issue in WoW. No one ever wants to tank. So you just reset, there. Tanks and healers are in short supply, and I think that's probably because it's a thankless job. Everybody shits on them. So a little thing like that, I think, would make a pretty big difference, in my opinion. I should have waited for it to cast that before I casted my stuff, whatever. At least now we know the fight is easy peasy. I'm pissed, though. I could have got that extra health. That's my stupidity. I'll never make that mistake ever again. Just out of sheer principle of how frustrating that is to be punished for that. God damn. Just gonna do it in like what, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 maybe? Yeah, pretty close. Who needs DBM? So now we fight her here. Interrupt. Probably another close to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 maybe? Maybe a little longer. And now? Not yet. When are you gonna do it, lady? There we go. Oh, and it disappears. Oh god, it doesn't even take up the floor? What a stupid mechanic. That's so useless. How is this so much easier than the other one? And you're like, but you died on it. I did, because I was experimenting like an idiot. But there's no way you can compare my health pool fighting those ads and that gauntlet compared to this lady. Like, it's barely moving, and I'm barely touching mitigation. It's just, again, it seems strange. Like, I feel like the bosses should be harder than the ads that I was fighting, but... And I'm not complaining. I'm happy, like, that this is so easy, because now it's just free loot. It's just, I don't know. It's just usually, like, the boss is, like, the end of the thing. The last barrier in your way between, like, the princess being, like, the loot or whatever, right? So you think it'd be the biggest baddie. It all led up to this. The whole thing led up to this big, epic fight. But really, it's just, like, 3 mechanics and 1 interrupt and 1 dodge. When before I was having to kite and use the vortex and run away and stun and interrupt and heal myself and stand in the potion and avoid the ice. Now it's like interrupt, avoid the purple, and just nuke them slowly. Again, not complaining. It's just it's a bit of a strange design choice. I could not believe how hard that gauntlet was. That gauntlet was crazy. I cannot imagine DPS doing that gauntlet and surviving. Unless you're kiting like crazy. Like, that's like, as a boomkin, you'd probably have to kite like a maniac. And probably the same thing as like Feral. It just feels like extra work when you could just take it to the face as a Guardian. I could literally set my my loot specialization to Feral and still do this, Colin Feral, and do this as a Guardian, make it way easier for myself, still get the Feral loot, get like geared out as Feral while playing Guardian the whole time, without having to work extra hard. Because this would be way more effort if I was doing this as a cat. I'd probably be dying a lot more too. Tanking is way more forgiving for sure. Well, that should end it very soon. Yay. Oh man, that really stings. I'm stupid. I made a stupid mistake. That's frustrating, man. Why is it off screen? That's bugged. That's strange. Look, I can't read it. It's off screen. What's that all about? I don't even have any add-ons. See, so there's no extra chest. It sucks though, dude. I lost. Fuck me, man. That was the one that I used the horde on. It should have been a better reward, but I screwed myself because of it. That's a piss off. What did I get? Oh, I got a chest. I got a hero chest. Look at that, dude. That's crazy. So, I almost shouldn't get the tier now. I'd rather convert that to tier. Interesting. Interesting indeed. That almost, I shouldn't get, I could just convert that to tier. And then not get the hero chest in the vault, and instead get the ring. And hope for something else in the time walking. I'll wait, I'll do the old dwarf first, but that changes that, because there's no reason to... If I already have a hero chest, I'd rather convert the tier token, wait an extra week, and convert it on my warlock like a week later or something. Interesting. I didn't realize it'd be that big of a reward. I wonder if the other reward would have been that big if I didn't screw it up and die like an idiot. Alright. That's exciting. Let's leave. So, what else is open? Nope. There's got to be another bountiful delve here somewhere. Is it just... So there's one here I saw, right? This one. Is Earthcrawler Mines the last one, really? Earthcrawler Mines is pretty easy, at least. From my experience. Oh, you're so annoying, dude. Jesus Christ. Alright, are we done? You're gone. Still no. How far we gotta go? All the way to Africa? What? How did you? That's so strange, man. Fuck it, I'd rather take the death at this point. I don't have patience for this. I can't even jump, Jesus Christ. Screw it, dude. Go cat. There we go, off the hook. Holy moly. Okay. Probably, we'll just fly there, I guess. Because we got faster flight form now. Skywriting glyph. I don't know where that is. I wasn't aware that you can get regular flying without all the skywriting glyphs. That's what I thought you needed to get all the glyphs, but I have regular flying, as you can see, and I still don't have all the glyphs, as you can see. So I'm happy about that. All you have to do is explore, I think, and you get regular flying, and it's way better because I much prefer regular flying. So the flight path looks like it's around here. Is it below me, maybe? Right there. Okay. I wanted to do Old War today, but I'm afraid, because I know I have such limited time, I was afraid I wouldn't have enough time to complete it. It's so damn long. It's like 16 bosses. I don't know actually how many bosses it is, but it's a lot. It's probably one of the most raid bosses, and probably in any raid. From what I remember, at least. I mean, it's a lot. Let's take a look at Old War. Wrath of the Lich King, Old War. There's disconnect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 technically if you count Algon, which we won't. So 13 bosses. If you compare that to Black Temple, which also has quite a few. I think Black Temple's like 9 or something. How many does Lich King have, though? Lich King had a lot as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that had one less, I think, than Old War, but still it's quite a bit. So did Nax. Wrath of the Lich King had a lot of bosses. 6, 9... Yeah, it's... Wow. If you compare it to, like, Black Temple, which is a lot. 3, 6... Yeah, it's 9. Now the newer raids. This one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like 8 or 9. That's 3. That's 3. So it's like 8. Yeah, so the newer raids don't seem as intense as some of the older ones with like crazy long bosses. That's the War Within. What about like Dragonflight? 3, 3, like 9 again. They just seem faster pacing as well. They don't seem as big. It seems like less ads in between. Some of the older dungeons, specifically Ice Crown Citadel was out of control. And Old War. It was insane how big it was, how long it took to run through the damn thing. Siege of Orgrimmar was another one that had a lot of bosses. And before they added the Garrosh port, to port right to Garrosh, it was a pain in the butt to run. It really sucked. So I'm glad they gave you the portal, because it was just tedious. It was so tedious every week to do it on multiple characters. I believe the reason why Garrosh didn't have a portal is because they didn't introduce it until the following X-Pack. I think Warlords of Draenor was the first time they said, kill the boss 4 times, and then on your 5th run back, you can hand in a quest, and then you can port to the last 2 bosses, which is brilliant. I think that is really good design. I just wish it was like implemented like in previous dungeons as well. Hopefully, maybe we can get it for Lich King. I'm very fortunate enough that I was able to get Invincible a long time ago, so I don't have to farm the Lich King. But like my friend, he wants Invincible, and I feel like if he could port to the last few bosses, he probably would farm it more. But because you have to run the whole dungeon, and even though you're one-shotting bosses, you are one-shotting bosses, it just takes like 45 plus minutes to just run through the dungeon because it's just so long, and you have to do like the boat fight, which takes time. Like the RP of like the Putricide takes a little bit of time. And I'm just complaining, you know, but I think if you could just like skip that, you know, once or twice, it's fun. But if you're running it on like 8 characters a week, every week for like 6 years, you get tired of it fast. I think that's what it is. And like that sounds crazy to people, but I've done it. Lots of mount farmers do it. That's like our content. Our content is like creating a whole bunch of alts and sending alt armies through dungeons to farm mounts. Yeah, like mounts are my thing. Like I don't know how many. That's a lot of pets, but I think that's a fairly significant amount of mounts. I don't know how many mounts the average person has, but from what my friends tell me, 720 seems to be on the higher spectrum of mounts. I'm not sure though. It's certainly more than they have, and that's not gloating. It's just while they're doing other stuff, this is what I'm doing, and they know that, and they're like, "You're crazy for some of the grinds you do," but you know, sort of, we like what we like. I think you're right. I think my friends understand that I'm a little bit of a psycho, and they understand that that's what's fun for me. The same way they have fun pushing mythics, my fun is like being a psycho and like farming something for like 20 hours to get them out. Okay. So you gain the crit, you lose the mastery. I don't think the crit's better though. I think you want mastery. Okay, this is they keep changing them, man. It's another different one. I know they change every week. It's just wow. Interesting. So I guess you have to avoid these. You attack these instead, so you don't get hit by the carts. Right? Because the cart looks like it's gonna hurt you. Probably kill you. Let's test this, and then I can run out if it kills me. It hurts, it doesn't kill, but it stuns. Good to know. Okay. So you have to work your way through these eggs, I guess. Oh, it explodes it in a line like that. Interesting. That's nice, and then it'll clear up on its own eventually, right? Oh, they keep popping back up. That's not good. Do I run through it? Oh, yeah, but it slows you down. Spawn ambushers while standing in it. So I just gotta power through it, I guess. I can't see where I'm going. Can't get hit by a mine. This is crazy, dude. Holy moly. Leeching's... Yes, I can't stand that or he'll heal himself. Wow, this is insane. How do you do this? This is gonna get messy so fast. Yeah, I'm dead. I don't understand what's going on. There's got to be a proper way to do that. That doesn't make sense to me. We're resetting that. I'm not losing a life that quick. That's interesting. This is a newer story for this one, which is interesting. So eggs spread out in the area. They will explode on contact or damage, dealing damage to all creatures. Oh, so I pull him through it. Is that how you do it to all creatures, which would include them? Okay, that's interesting. So I think we use it against them. That makes sense. I will be right back. Just a quick second. I just gotta quickly move something outside because someone's picking something up. 30 seconds. Hi friends, so story time really quick. While we do this, I have a kooky neighbor. She's always sort of been a little bit kooky, and I just put a box out. So long story short, I had boxes of old dishes, china, stuff like that, that I don't really have use for. I gave it to, or my grandmother gave it to me when she passed away. She didn't really give it to me. It was in her house when she passed away, and we packed everything up after she passed. And I had a lot of the stuff in boxes, because I didn't want to throw it out, I didn't want to sell it. It had sentimental value to me because she always had it, but I didn't have use for it or a place to put it, so I just kept it in boxes safely in bubble wrap. And I guess my mother was feeling nostalgic and said like she'd like it to display the fine china, the teaware, stuff like that. So that's what I just gave to her, but she wasn't here yet. She was pulling up, but I said I'll just leave it in the front for you to grab. But my crazy neighbor just so happened to be outside at the same time, and said that you can't leave that there. And it's like, God, like, this lady, God bless her, she like thinks like people are watching her with cameras and stuff. It's very strange. Oh, I see. He gets stunned by that. That's crazy. So he's gonna get stunned by the cart again? He keeps getting damaged. What damaged him? Was it the cart or? But she is always knocking on my door, being like, I think people are listening to me. I think people are watching. Like, I don't have time for this. This is insane. Like, no one cares about you, respectfully. Like, you're not the president. No one's trying to collect dirt on you. I don't know if she's paranoid or just lonely or what the deal is, but yeah, it's always something. So she's telling me now that he can't leave the boxes out here. It's like a bylaw thing. It's like, my parents are going to be here in like 2 minutes to pick it up. It's just nonsense. I don't know. Okay, so this guy doesn't hurt too much. Just gotta, it's weird. You gotta like pull around it weird and pull through the webs and stuff. It's strange. Man, delves this week almost seem like they're more work than they're worth. Holy moly! Although that was a nice upgrade, the chest, but my God, it almost seems more complicated than anything. Okay, pop them up and I'll run through. Wait for the thing to pop by. Okay, we'll just run through really quick. Run through, run through, run through, run through, run through. So that's how you have to do it. I guess you have to pull stuff back through it. It's interesting. You have to like work out the strategies. That's the fun part of these, in my opinion. Working out the strats. So we'll pull that guy back. So he doesn't blow up the eggs when he walks through them, only I do. I see how that works. Interesting. Alright, I understand. At least these guys don't hit it. These guys don't seem to hit nearly as hard as the other guys do, so that's nice. Although they still have the jagged slash, which is not fun, but it's okay, we'll survive. I just gotta finish to make sure this... I just started, I gotta make sure this delve is finished before 4:30, because that's when I gotta bounce. That's why I feel bad for starting late, I apologize, but... I'm just super irresponsible, I guess. Okay, we gotta make our next move, which is just running through that. I get it. Oh, it broke that egg. That's nice, or whatever. But... hold on. So we'll wait for that to pass. Then we'll quickly step here. Quickly, go, step here. I feel like that's how you do it. Alright. I could run through this. Okay, I think I have to run through this. These are coming too fast now. Yeah, I think I just gotta run through this. I think it's easier. So pop. Pop. Okay, pop. Pop the next one. Just across. All good. Are there ads coming? Nope. Alright, that's fine. What do we have to do here? Those guys there. Precious ores recovered. I see in the corner. Okay. Let's pull this guy. Oh my God, we didn't pull them both? That's even easier. Holy moly, man. This guy's gonna run into stuff, yeah. That's even easier. So my friend invited me to his guild, because I explained, I think I said this last time, I don't remember if I did, but It'll be fun to join his guild. He's a pretty serious raiding guild too, so it's funny that they don't mind to have me in there. That'd be cool. I find it so fascinating how people like that, who are like, they're actually pushing like pretty impressive stuff. They're like, they're not that elitist. They're pretty cool. And people that are, in my opinion, far less skilled than they are a lot more elitist in mentality. Who knows? It seems like when you know you're like good, you don't have to like prove it to anyone. Like my friend and this guild that he's with, they're like, when Heroic comes out, like first week, they're pushing pretty far, which is pretty impressive. Considering they all have like normal jobs, they don't do this for a living, they're just casually playing. They're just good players. What in the world? I thought he was bugged. No pun intended. So I think tonight's... I've been watching a lot of horror with the missus because of Halloween. Like, she's not really into it normally, but she's been entertaining me, I guess, because it's my favorite genre, and it's Halloween season. But I think tonight she's picking... I think she wants to watch Hocus Pocus, which I believe is Bette Midler. It's a Disney movie, I think, with Bette Midler, the singer. And she's an actor as well, but I think she's primarily a singer, Bette Midler. I think it's also Sarah Jessica Parker. I've never seen it, but I know of it. Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not really looking forward to it, but I'll watch it, you know, because she wants to watch it. I'm grateful that I have someone that wants to watch things with me, so... I'm sure she sits through a lot of my films that she does not care about at all. I watch so much exorcism and demon stuff that it's like, there's no way she likes that kind of stuff. Alright, so... Oh, alright. I wonder if it's loud enough for you guys. Now that I think about it, it may not be loud enough. Hopefully it is. Turned it up a little bit. Hopefully it's not too loud for you now. Druids are definitely tanky, just not very... This looks like a badger, I just realized that. That's so funny. This skin looks like a badger. This is the 10 PvP skin. The equivalent, like the purple cat. Okay, that is 4. He's dying from, like, I don't even know what he's dying from at this point. I don't even know what's killing him anymore. This seems so insane. There's gotta be 1 or 2 over here, I'm sure. We'll pull this guy. Cool. That guy fears. I know the little worm thing fears. Normally I'd pull all 3, but I'm just so hesitant about the big guy popping out when I least expect it. Because the one time that happened, that was a nightmare to fight him. Okay, we'll pull the fear guy. Are they both gonna come? No, it's like it's interesting how under normal circumstances that would pull both of them. But in here, it's like if you don't directly attack it, it won't aggro, even though it's in the same proximity as the thing you pulled. I sort of like that, because then it allows you to go your own pace. That almost seems... That's good design, Blizzard. I'm impressed. That way, if you want to go balls to the wall, you can pull everything, but if you want to take your time, you can do that to be safe. Play it really safe and methodically. This seems like an upgraded Torghast, in my opinion. I understand Torghast was also meant to be like crazy super overpowered abilities. This is more of a toned down version, but it also seems more... In my opinion, this has more replayability, personally, than Torghast did, personally. I wasn't a huge fan of Torghast. I don't think many people were, but it was a good experiment, I think. Considering the whole X-Pack felt like a throwaway X-Pack anyways, I think it was a good experiment to try Torghast in Shadowlands. If they did that any other time, it probably would have burned a little bit more, because that was a big major expansion feature. And Shadowlands, in my opinion, was already a shit show. So to experiment even more, it's like, who cares? Like, cut your teeth in Shadowlands when it's already a shit show, instead of trying new things through a good X pack, and we have to like we're missing a chunk of tier because you wanted to experiment with something we don't like. If that makes sense. If it's already shit, if you're going to hell in a handbasket, like, what's, at least enjoy the ride is my point. That's a Grateful Dead lyric, I think. I mean, it's probably also a saying, but if I'm going to hell in a bucket, at least I'm enjoying the ride. That's the lyric. But it just felt like, because Shadowlands was already such a shit show, why not just play around with all kinds of systems? Which they did, and I felt like Torghast was the precedent, or set the grounds, the foundation for Delves. It certainly feels that way. So I have a half an hour. We'll definitely finish this for a half an hour. Defo. Dude. Bran, buddy, you are just awful. The pets are carrying Bran, man. Okay, what is this thing? Hurl a basket of delicious ore at weakened miners. Oh, like that, I see. Ooh, good, we'll fight these guys. Because they'll give us that buff, where like once in a while you just throw their bag at stuff and you get special abilities. It's a pretty good buff. It's always worth, of all of the buffs in here, in my opinion, this one or the robot that slams down with the lightning are my favorite. But I think this one's the best, because, I don't know, it just seems like a good buff. The robot seems good too. The problem is, the robot drops where you drop. And I've noticed this too often, where I'll pull, and when I pull, the enemy's not even at me yet, but because I used Moonfire, the robot drops at my feet, and it's like a wasted cooldown. That hurts, and that happens too often. I think the robot would be stronger, or a better choice, if they fixed it where the robot drops where the enemy is, not where you are. Because, like, if I'm a mage and I cast a Frostbolt halfway across the room, does the robot drop on me? Like, that sort of seems like insane design, but... Because, like, when would a mage ever be in melee combat? Or a warlock, or... Right, you'd try to kite as much as you can, so it almost seems like it would just make more sense to drop it on the enemy, but I don't know. I hope people that watch don't think like I'm always just complaining. I'm just sharing my thoughts out loud. I don't have a horse in this race. I'm not like, oh, this ruins the game for me. It's just like some things seem like we just didn't like think it through. I don't know. So I say it, and then maybe someone will listen and be like, oh, it's a good idea. You never know. I don't know, dude. Who knows who's watching, right? That's how I think. I feel even the people with the most shit takes, once in a while, can still have a decent idea. If you let them, like, cook, right? Okay. We're probably close to the end at this point. Oh, they're getting hit by that. That's sick. He's gonna get hit again. Beautiful. Just keeps getting hit. I thought it said webbed treasure. It says webbed treasure. That's funny. Bran's gonna get hit and die. Watch. Let's pull this guy. Oh, he would have gotten hit. Yeah, get hit. Yeah, knock him over to me. Beautiful. Love it. Love it. Double stun. Awesome, dude. If anyone has any recommendations for horror movies too, I'm always open. Always open to horror movies. Always looking for something new. And if anyone's watching this VOD, I'd love to know, like, do you like Baldur's Gate more? Do you like WoW more? Do you not care? Is it all the same to you? I'm curious what people think. And I just say that because it sounds insane to say like if anyone's watching, but for whatever reason, when I stream, maybe because my streaming time's not ideal, I don't get as many hits, but after the fact, when it becomes a VOD, on YouTube. It's strange that people are checking it out. I don't know how they're finding it or what they're finding interesting about it, but this is sort of for you people that are watching after the fact. I'd love to know. I mean, anyone, you know, but especially you after the fact people. What are you interested in? Just because it's just nice to gauge interest, I suppose. I can't promise that I'll deliver every time, but I certainly respect any feedback you're willing to provide. It's very surreal to think that, like, we have, what is it, like 17 followers on Twitch. It's crazy. I don't know how anyone found this channel. It's strange to me, but it's fun. And because, like, it's just a fun hobby, so it's just fun to think, like, oh, people found us. Like, we grew a little bit. That's wild. I don't know. Sort of all I really wanted from it was just sort of to, like, do this and increase the number. I'm not trying to make money off of it or anything. Just, I guess the goal is, like in WoW, it's like progressing, right? And that's a form of progression. Watch time is progression. Followers are progression. And I don't stress over it. If it happens, like, it's awesome. If it doesn't happen, it's like, whatever. I don't really look at the numbers anyways. I only know because the thing pops off. Or when I go to, like, log into stream elements, it's like, oh, it's like 17 out of 17. Do you want to increase it? So I increased it today by, like, 2. And if it never changes, ever, it's still surreal to think 17 people could be doing something else, but they chose to follow. And who knows even how many are, like, bots and stuff, because Twitch, I know, is, like, bots. Some bots are on Twitch and stuff, but I certainly know a few people are real, because I've spoken to a few people, and it's really cool to be able to, like, connect with people, you know, through streaming and stuff. Cool people, too, really. Really kind, cool people that also play WoW, so that's sick. Last time Dennis was here, that was fun, chatting with him. The time before that, Torn was chatting, as well as, like, a few of the other people. Yeah, it's fun. It's just fun. Like, that's sort of what it's all really about. Sort of the experience for me. I gotta get out of that. Ooh, that was close. Whew. That was about to stun him, but he got feared. Okay. We're gonna get over here. Oh, I did not mean to pop Convoke. What a... so dumb. That was so unnecessary. Yikes, dude. That's okay. It'll be up in like a minute. It's not the point. But it's just a little unnecessary. I could step in the web, too. I'm just... step into the... what is it? Step into the parlor, said the spider to the fly. I think they actually referenced that in the spider zone, which is funny. I don't think I've seen a Charlotte's Web reference yet. I'm trying to think of all, like, the spider references. There's, like... well, you don't have to convince me, Dennis. Yeah, it's amazing you just show up. It's so funny. I say, oh, it was fun talking to Dennis. The next thing I know, Dennis shows... he's like Batman. That's his bat signal. You say his name, he shows up. But there's a lot of references. Like Eight-Legged Freaks, Arachnophobia... Starship Troopers, I guess technically they're not really spiders, but like you could like reference Starship Troopers in the spider zone of WoW. I don't know if I overlooked them or if they've just missed a lot of references they could have included. So Dennis, you sent me this was before last stream, but I didn't catch it until last stream. You sent me a video of the voice actors of Baldur's Gate playing Dungeons and Dragons, and I've gone down such a rabbit hole, specifically with Astarion. Man, I am so obsessed with that voice actor's voice. It's crazy. He's like my favorite character. He's just so good and so over the top. And Astarion is such a brilliant character. Because I just love the layers. I like Shadowheart. She seems a little bit more one-dimensional from what I've seen so far. Lae'zel seems a little one-dimensional. Karlach does not, and Astarion does not. Astarion seems like a badass. He seems like Mr. Selfish, but the truth is he has a heart of gold. And the other one, Karlach, you can tell she again also seems like a badass, but the truth is she's like got these dark secrets and she's really a softie on the inside. And I think that's brilliant character design. So I'm just so fascinated with those two characters specifically, and I cannot wait to play more Baldur's Gate. I sort of want to play tonight. And I want to play on stream, but unfortunately because it's a shorter stream, I felt like it would be I wouldn't be able to get much done. So I'm hoping to play tonight, because I just want to, even if I don't do it on stream, I'll record it to upload to YouTube, because I'm just so, like, addicted to finding out what happens next to the characters. The story is just, I'm so enthralled by it. It's been a really long time, and I'll shut up with talking about Baldur's Gate. It's been a really long time since I've played a game, and I've been that invested in the characters. They seem so realistic. They seem so layered that I'm really rooting for them, and I'm curious to see where the story goes. And then it'll be fun to do it again, but go like super evil, super dark, play like a rogue or a warlock, and just go like absolute psycho mode. I think that would be so much fun as well. Just be rude, steal shit, lie. I think that'd be a blast. Almost like go warlock, go complete psycho mode, and give in to the illithid powers. Like just go full Cthulhu mode. And then play a rogue after that playthrough where you don't give into the powers, but you just steal, you lie, you get away with stuff, you deceive. I feel like those would both give you different outcomes. And I know there's another variation you can play. I don't remember the name of it, where it's like dark something or something like that, where it's like the class you can choose is like evil or something. I remember Torin telling me about that, but I don't remember exactly what it's called. But I've been told that if you do that version as well, which I thought I didn't think it was in the base game. I thought they added it later, but I could be wrong. That has a whole bunch of different cinematics and conversations and a different ending and all that stuff. It's amazing. The avenues the game has gone. All right, so we fight this guy and he does the webs. Right, so we should fight in the middle because the webs come, so we'll zoom out so you can see what the hell we're doing. Yep, zoomed all the way out. Wide shot, ladies and gentlemen. We'll let him do his cooldown thing first, and then I'll pop my trinket, and then we'll actually fight. Ooh, I should have interrupted that, not the other one. Okay, lesson learned. That's what we'll interrupt next time. Okay, this way. Hide. Now we'll pop this. We stand here for a second. We get the buff. Got the buff. Now we go crazy. Ooh, shackles. Except I don't have to worry about that, because I could pop it into the Druid form to avoid it. But I thought it would slow me down. It doesn't. It just slows me. It doesn't. I thought it stunned me, or not stunned me, but rooted me. It doesn't root me. It just slows you. Easy for me to say. Okay, so I was waiting to really go crazy because I wanted to see what all of her abilities did, but that's pretty easy to deal with. So we'll just mitigate and take it slow, and that's. Oh, I see. She pulls it. That's how you can tell. So now we just rinse and repeat, and eventually we get it. Interrupt the Curse of Agony. She does the shackle now in a second, but we'll just mitigate through it. Yep, runic shackles. We pop the frenzied regeneration, and it's like she's not even doing anything to us. Yay for being a tank, ladies and gentlemen. This one seems so much easier than the other one. It's crazy. So, I do have my abilities up, my cooldowns, but I'm going to wait for my trinket to come up, because it's just worth it. 7 seconds. I'll interrupt the next Curse of Agony. There's the Runic Shackles. Curse of Agony in a second. There it is. Interrupt. Okay, we'll pop the trinket. We got to step here for a second. We get the buff, and now we pop our abilities. And nuker, and the duker. Easy peasy, and we finished ahead of 4:30. Look at that. So I think we did all of our delves for the day, which is nice. Interrupt the Curse of Agony. So easy. I did ask the missus. I know she likes time walking. And I asked her if she wanted to participate in time walking. She hasn't played in a while, but if she did, I said like we could hop back on stream tonight to make up for ending it early, if she feels up to it. Otherwise, it's movie night, so I'm gonna let her decide what she wants to do. But yeah, if we do end up popping on and anyone wants to join in any of the time walking, whether it's whether it's a regular time walking dungeon or the old orc time walking, I'll notify the Discord. So if anyone wants to join, at least you guys have a heads up. If we do that, even I don't even know if we will. But whoa, her curse agony got faster. Is that because she's? I didn't realize this. If she stands the time warp, she also gets the time warp effects. That's crazy. That's so funny, dude. Wow, I didn't know that. So the enemies could get it too. That's fun. I wonder if that would be a one-shot mechanic or not. We did it, boys. Yay. 616, look at that. Nice. Very nice. Well, they didn't die this time, so that's nice. Remember Shadowheart had the prism in the beginning of the game on the airship? She has history. Yes, she still has the prism thing, I think. She's interacted with it a few times. Sorry, I don't want to die. A few times it's gone off, and I still haven't realized what it's for. And I feel like it's going to pay off. I keep getting pants, the same pants. And I feel like a lot of these storylines for these characters are going to come in with like things like... I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with what's called Chekhov's gun. Chekhov's gun is a famous trope in writing, and what it essentially means is if you see a gun in a drawer in the first act, it needs to be fired by the final act. And generally, when you watch... Hopefully I do not ruin movies for you forever. But when you watch a film, if they show something, it's usually intentional. If you see a character take a pocket knife, put it in their pocket, it's probably because at some point the car is going to get trapped underwater, and that pocket knife will come in handy, and they'll cut themselves out. Foreshadowing is intentional. Often they show you, that's what Chekhov's gun is, it's a sense of foreshadowing. So in regards to Shadowheart's thing, I figured it was like Chekhov's gun, where she has this thing, and once in a while it will go off in a conversation, and she'll be like, what is this thing? I feel weird. Or people will ask about the orb, or the box, whatever the box is that she has. It's like a spiky thing. And I feel like you forget about it, things happen, and then all of a sudden it pops up, and you're like, oh yeah, she had that. And it's very rewarding. And that's what I feel like is going to happen with a lot of the characters that I shit on, saying they didn't have backstories. I think it is, yeah. I think she still has it. I thought I saw it. I could be wrong. I thought Shadowheart still had it. I have to check, though. I could probably check tonight if I play. Was she supposed to use it by now? Or am I supposed to use it? Well, I'm sorry to disappoint, guys. I think that was all the delves we have for today, though. I don't see any more bountiful delves. We have to call it like 15 anyways, but... I don't see any more bountiful delves anyways. Unless there's one hiding behind something I don't see, but... doesn't look like it. Looks like oh, there's one there. Dread Pit. I did miss one. I thought there was one missing, so there is the Dread Pit. But I think that's the last one, so... Well, I'm sorry if I'm not able to do that one on stream, because I won't be able to do it in 15 minutes or even less now. But yeah, but I think I have Shadowheart's weapon, or not weapon, or I think she has the box, or I do. But I'm pretty sure I saw it. It actually reminded me of the Christ, what's it called from Hellraiser? I don't know if you guys have seen Hellraiser. The Lament configuration, is that what it's called? The box from Hellraiser, I think it's called like the Lament configuration or something like that. Man, I love that series. Big fan of Clive Barker. He's an awesome writer, author. I actually read the comic book to Hellraiser. Super gritty. It was wild. And I remember the female Hellraiser got shit because people were like, oh, Hellraiser's a guy. It's like, but when I read the comic, I remember specifically like that she was like a priestess. There was a female Hellraiser in the comic, which was before the film with the female Hellraiser came out. So I just think people that didn't read the comic didn't realize that like there's been many pinheads. You can transfer the pinhead, like whatever that curse is, you can like transfer it to someone else if you trick them somehow, and that's what I think happened to her. The Hellraiser comic was honestly better than a lot of the movies were. The first one was good, second one was not bad. I don't remember them all. There's a lot of them. Yeah. You use it when entering the Goblin Citadel in Act 1. When you say Goblin Citadel, you mean with like Princess Gut and those guys?
With an empty stomach, a Ramelin has one directive: to eat. Help guide this one's hunger into a constructive activity.
I've never done this daily before. This is weird. This is fun. This is sort of a cute daily. I wonder if there's a buff if you don't lose the speed boost and you cap out at 25 or whatever. No, it stays at 5, never mind. This is sort of a cute daily. Alright, settle down, buddy. Do other people steal it from me too, or do we not steal it from each other? Because that would be unfortunate. No, it doesn't look like we steal it from each other. That's nice. That was quick. What did we get for that? Crystals? You use it when entering where you can get branded. Oh, okay. Shit. So I guess you just miss out on it if I didn't use it then at that point. Oh, it's auto-used. Oh. I'll have to see. I'm pretty sure. Maybe it's something else I'm thinking about then, though. But I was so certain. I thought I still had it. When you cross the bridge, you get protected by it. I don't know. I'll have to watch the playthrough again, or I could just check when I log in. But maybe it's something else I'm mixing it up with. You are talking about like the spiky ball thing with like this. It's like it was like a square, but then I thought maybe I'm misremembering. Yeah. Okay. No. I'll have to check. Maybe I'm mixing up my playthroughs or mixing up a playthrough with one we did with you guys. I don't know. All my wires get crossed. It's amazing though how you have like such a encyclopedic knowledge of the game. It's because there's so much to remember, and it comes to you so quick. It's amazing. It always impresses me when someone's like that. You steer, I'll shoot. Yeah, let's do that. It's easier. Why not? What are we doing? What are we fighting? Oh. Oh, that's easy. Alright. Yeah, I hate skywriting. I'm okay with that. He's almost dead already. That's wonderful. So I guess we'll reset. I choose to forget people and what they say and remember video games. Hey man, ain't nothing wrong with that. In the unfit play, we actually entered it.
Well done. The horizon is clear once again. Thank you.
I remember it communing with like Shadowheart or something, I thought. Jeez. Dennis, do you ever play, what are they called, gotcha games? I've never played them, but I know of them. You ever play those? Like, Christ, what's it called? The newest one's like Wuthering Waves, I think it is. Or, the biggest one was Genshin Impact. My friend was trying... You have played them. Do you like them? My friend has been trying to get me to play Genshin Impact forever, and I'm like, this just doesn't seem like... It just seems like another thing to get addicted to. Like, I already got WoW. I got so many games I gotta finish. I haven't even started yet. Games I did start, I haven't even finished yet. Like, it's just overwhelming that I can't start a new addiction like that. But I hear so much about them. People like have so much fun with them, and I think you can play it like on mobile and your PC. I don't know. It's a daily game forever. Like, wow, fair. That's fair. Yeah, I feel like you gotta pick one. Like Final Fantasy, Guild Wars, Genshin, WoW. Like when you pick one, you just pick one, whatever one you like, and then like that's your thing. Lionel. Get fish to the water? I know of some people that have spent lots of money on Genshin. I think my friend spent a couple hundred, but I know people supposedly that spent like hundreds of thousands on it. It's crazy. I can swim very far, and the tiniest wave could wash me back up. Maybe a good meal would help. What does he want to eat? What does he eat? Seagull? Let's switch to cat form. Genshin looks very pretty. The animations, or Wuthering Waves, or whichever one I was looking at, it looks very visually stunning. For sure, for a free game. at least. It looks really visually stunning. I don't think... Maybe I have to fish to feed this guy. I could Google it too, but maybe if I fish something, it'll be My best online friend's girlfriend has spent tens of thousands on Genshin. Yeah, I believe that. The streamer Lakari supposedly has spent like hundreds of thousands as well. I think like Tectone as well has spent like hundreds of thousands as well, and I mean, I guess whatever makes you happy. It's crazy. I can't imagine. I've spent a lot of money on WoW, not hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, that's a lot of money. I don't really buy any of the cosmetics. I mostly just pay for my subscription and like the X packs, like we said. But like the reason why I stopped playing Overwatch 2 is mostly because like the cosmetics just left a bad taste in my mouth. Like I didn't want to have to pay for stuff that I thought was cool. I'm happy to grind it out. I don't care how long it takes. But as soon as I have to part with real money for it, it just feels like a bad experience to me. Okay, I'm gonna figure out what to do with this guy because the fishing ain't working. So we'll try one more time. If I don't get food for him... Oh, what's that? Did he eat that? No. Let's see. I feel like there's a way to feed him. Let's see. Isle of Dorn. He's a little fish. Pump snap crab. They're critters. They're small, you can right-click them. See, I would have fished forever, so it's a little critter you have to click. Okay. Right here, this thing. That's what you click. That's how you feed him. So you collect 5 of those, and then you feed him. Gotcha. See, gotcha. Gotcha game. Alright. Oh, it's a pincher. It's not the right one. It's a plump crab, this one. That's 2. This is what I love about being a druid. You just ignore the mechanics. Just like, nah, squirrel, fly away. 3. We need 2 more. 1 more? Is that it? Soft shell pincher. Come on, we need 1 more. That's a pincher. That's like the last one. That's 5. Let's feed him. I feel like we're gonna get a pet or something if we do this. I didn't even know this existed until just now. That's why I sort of don't like... I'll look it up after the fact, but not before I find it. I don't want to like know about the stuff until I just discover it. Makes the world feel more like a world. Oh, neat. Pet, 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 pet. Sick. Alright, cool. I thought we'd get him as a pet, but a crab is okay, I guess. Scabby. Yeah, fair. It's the only thing she plays. I mean, I guess that's still a lot of money to spend, but fair. Does she stream or anything? Like, I feel like at least if you like stream, and Genshin specifically, over WoW, I feel like there's not much career in streaming World of Warcraft. But I feel like Genshin has more of a career tied to it because the community seems very, how do I want to word this without getting shot? Passionate about all things related to Genshin Impact. So if content creators in the space exist, even if you do not like what they're doing, you will still watch their videos to talk poorly about them and then make content about how poorly they've performed on their video. The Genshin, or the gacha community, seems to be very more dedicated to content creation. A lot of WoW players seem more casual. They just log in, log off. But I see a lot more videos about Genshin, a lot more community art, stuff like that. Not just Genshin, all of it. It's the only thing she plays. Yeah, that's the last thing you said. Okay, sorry. Thought it was a new message. I've just seen a lot of crazy people go off about Genshin and streamers with Genshin and lots of drama I don't even understand because I don't follow it. It seems like a very passionate community. But it also, with that passion, it seems like it's easier to grow creating content in that community because of it. I didn't realize it's almost 4:30. I gotta get off soon. Holy shit. This day just flew by. Okay, friends. Well, I mean, like, it was a little impromptu today, last minute, because I do have to run out now, unfortunately. I will find a way to make it up. because it was a little bit short today and didn't feel as good as I'd like it to. But at least we got some delves done, right? She plays at night fair. She works all day, just bought a shop for her physiotherapy. That's amazing. Good for her. She's winning at life, man. That's crazy. That's wonderful. Yeah, sounds like she's crushing it. She's a leveling IRL. So who needs Genshin Impact? I guess if you run a physiotherapy joint, you can do whatever you want. You can spend $100,000 on Genshin. Okay. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I think I should probably call it there, just because I do need to run out and do an errand. But if you are watching and you'd like to join the community, there is a Discord. It's free to join. If you don't like it, you can leave. If you want to change your mind again, you can come back. I don't care how many times you leave and join. The main purpose of the community is to let you guys know when I'm going live, if anything in the schedule changes, if my voice cracks like I just did. Really, it's to update you guys when I'm going to go live, if anything changes in the schedule, or if we're going to run community events. Like tonight, in the off chance that I end up playing WoW again and we end up doing time walking, I'll say, hey, we're doing Old War tonight. If you'd like to join, like, just say so in the Discord, or join the group. The name of the group will be like Nolly's Old War. And you'll just be able to join, and just, that's really, a chill Old War group. That's really the purpose for joining, other than like memes. There's like a meme page, animal pics, stuff like that. But I think the main purpose of Discord is just to join, just to chit chat. So link's always there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Next stream on schedule will be monkey face. Next stream will be scheduled for Tuesday, but Monday is a Canadian Thanksgiving tomorrow. So I don't know what the plans are. If I have free time, maybe we'll hop on, play a little bit of Baldur's Gate or something. But if not, I will see you guys Tuesday. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Dennis, it's always great to talk to you. Thank you for stopping in. I'm sure I'll talk to you on Discord throughout the weekend. If not, have a wonderful rest of your weekend. But I'm sure we'll chat. But have a great night, everyone else.